Hi, everyone. This is Eleanor. How are you all doing? I'm going to wait for some of you to come on live. Well, today I can tell you I was able to log into YouTube and it's actually showing perfectly fine. So I don't know what happened, but now it's showing as it should have. Bear with me, please. Mhm. I'm logging into some other devices. Really?
Wake up, sleepy. Wake up, pretty. Wake up, pretty girl.
I'm on live.
Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Eleanor Perkins, my coach daughter. How was your dad?
Stop playing.
Like for real, for real.
Yes, I'm on live. Yes, they can hear you talking.
Anyway, let me stop. Sugar, come on, girl, because I want to go to sleep. This girl is all the way over here.
Well, hello everyone. Um, I came on live to just encourage some of you. Whatever you have been instructed to do, it's best to um, do it and pretty much not get it out the way, but at least start on it. Plan and execute it as plan and execute it to the best of your ability. And it's really encouragement that I want to give. Things do not always work out as we think they will, but if you keep going, regardless if you are sidetracked, if you start it again, you'll be fine. I want to show you all some things of how I got started with a project I was working on, which has been completed, and it looks nothing like the end result. So you always want to make your plan, your goals, and make sure you write them down. Even if you don't get to it, it could be a year, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. Things happen in our lives and we're taken on a detour sometimes, but um, continue to work towards your dream and your goals. Encourage your children, find out what their interests are. I know in my family, with my children, I have pretty much raised entrepreneurs because they watch me through having businesses. I had a child care center, and they were there assisting and being taught. And so, not only that, I had professional services that I was offering to others. So, my children have seen me work hard. They've seen the ups, they've seen the downs. I don't like the statement, fake it till you make it, because you're teaching your children, like, okay, well, if I'm not successful, then something's wrong with me or I can't do it. There are pitfalls. Sometimes you're going to fall in business, especially if you're an entrepreneur. You're going to take risks, and a lot of us were not taught that. I know I wasn't taught that. Even my mother had several businesses. So you find out what your children are interested in, because you want them to be entrepreneurs, especially with us, for the people with dark skin, because of everything that's taking place. You really need to be learning something new, especially during this pandemic. The money that you're getting from the government, I don't know how many people actually live by themselves or live with family, but as much as you can, you need to say what you can, start you a business, and pretty much do what you love, because if you're doing what you love, it's not going to really be much work. It's going to be work, but it's not going to be like, oh, I have to do this. I have to go to this job Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and I don't can't spend time with my children. It won't be that type of thing. So always find something that you love to do and explore it. I know within this city, Houston, Texas, we have the city of Houston has a business center that you can contact, and it'll pretty much give you a rundown of everything you need for a particular business. So I don't know if your city has that, but you need to find out what resources are within your city to assist you. But again, encourage your children to find something they love, really explore their interests, because that's really important. Um, as I stated, things won't always turn out the way we want them or what we may think, but that does not mean give up. You still try, you keep going. And I wanted to show you all today how I drew a picture here. What you're looking for, that's what you need to remember. So this is pretty much my end result. And encourage your children. If you have an idea or you have something you want to do, go for it. There's many resources online. Um, I just want to encourage you all to fight for your rights. When you speak up, that's going to help someone else, because a violator will continue to violate. So anytime anyone does something to me on social media, these giants, I'm going to speak out about it. These people with these platforms, they have all this money and they're doing things against us because we're fighting for justice and it's not right. So you fight. I don't care if they call you a snitch or whatever they call you, fight. Don't say, oh, I can't do this, or this is too difficult, it's too hard. Research. When you look up something in a store that you want, you are researching, you are searching for what you want. It's the same thing when you're fighting for your rights. You research, you find out, okay, this happened to me, what can I do about it? I'm naturally an investigator, a detective. I'm going to find a way. So that's the attitude you need to have. Find a way. Reach out to different people. And the person you call, the first person you contact, they may not, but that person may not be able to assist you, but they may direct you to someone else. That has happened to me. That's why I have gotten so far within this journey. And, as I showed you all just a cover of my book and the draft that what I drew, the concept of what I wanted, I connected with the right individuals. One gentleman, I gave him the exact book cover copy, but he did not give me what I asked for. So you have to be very adamant about what you want and make sure that that person can follow through with it. So I found someone that could follow through with what I wanted. I was paying for a service and I should get what I'm asking for. And that's the same thing with you. You pay for something, you want the service that you have sought out. So you don't stop just because someone doesn't give you exactly what you want. You have to move on to someone else because it's your money. And that's just what we're dealing with now with all this voting actually happened. And I have documents in this book. So these things that I have given are here to assist you with knowing how to fight in certain areas. As I stated, it will help you get through the process. There are many documents within this book. This is not a joke, it's not a game, it's serious. And if we ever go back into the workforce fully like we were before this pandemic, some of you are going to need this because people are going to violate you, they're going to lie, and you need to know how to back yourself up, how to protect yours. Provided a vast amount of information here. So this is pretty much the writing of the book. But within the writing of this book, I give you detailed information. Your children, your children's children, however long this system of America is kept up, and we're dealing with these organizations, these government organizations, you're going to need a way to know shame. This is like a blueprint. Fight for your rights. If you don't know, ask for no. Especially when I know someone has violated me, and that's the attitude you need to take. So I wanted to encourage you all again, find something you love to do. There was an article that mentioned about how Black people are going to be left behind, especially technologically. All these other things that's distracting you, you need to be able to know how to sustain yourself, how to be self-sufficient, because a lot of these things that we're getting right now that we have, it won't last. It won't be here. So you need to have a goal set. You need to have a business in mind. You need to encourage your children to have a business in mind and set some goals. Again, find out their interests. This is important. So that's all I came on here to do, is encourage you and to let you know that this book is more than just about myself. There are many individuals that I speak about their stories, especially veterans and young Black men and students, our children within these school systems. And so I encourage you to find your interest. Many of you, God have shown you things and he's told you to do those things, but you haven't moved on it. You need to move on it because if it's given to you, it's given for a reason. It's given to help you get through and to provide now and research. If you have to start a little one thing a week, do that, but don't stop. Yes, we have detours in our lives, but don't stop. So I just came on here to encourage you all and to show you my drawing once again of what my actual, my idea of my book, my perception of what I wanted. And it's pretty much what God did for me during this time, because he actually pulled me out of from drowning, dealing with these situations. And that was my help, because God had to actually direct me to certain people. So to give you exactly what you want, especially if you're putting your money into something and you're paying for it, you have a right to get the exact service you are paying for. So, like as I stated, one individual, they gave me something, and it was like I was just kind of really disgusted, because if I send you a picture of something that I want and you send me a picture of something totally different, that's like, it's disrespectful to me, because you're just saying, oh, well, I'm going to give you this and that's it. But it does not work that way. And if you are a Black business, you be just as professional as anyone else. The parents, when I had my child care center open, when I had to close it due to some things I started to deal with, those parents called me for almost a year asking me when was I going to start my child care again. It's about your presentation. It's about your professionalism. And that's important. And what you're offering, you have to be able to teach and how to deal with difficult kids. Some families are difficult, but you need to find out what you love to do and invest your time in that research. Do everything you can. Some encouragement. Always continue to fight for your rights and the rights of others, because we cannot think and now be selfish and say that's not my business, because a lot of things are happening, have happened, and will continue to happen, because this is not only one person's business, this is all of our business. So thank you. Okay.
I ain't want to interrupt.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, I'm still live. I was still live on oh my gosh. Are you sure you want to end your stream? Yeah. I was still live on